Hello again, SGBers. This is part 3 of the tutorials extra series, following directly from parts 1 and 2. For those who aren't aware, I created the tutorials extra series to update the older tutorials. The series also aims to expand the events, at times taking advantage of the new functions. Each video is intentionally short, split into bite-sized chunks, focusing on specific parts, but allowing the form of the previous videos. So if you haven't watched any of the previous parts, I'd recommend you do that first and then come back to here. Each video will follow directly from the previous one. To recap, we set up a recruitment note listing each of the party members' requirements, including striking through their names if the party member is in the party in part 1. We also started with Marie, whose requirement was 3 roses before she joined the party in part 2. Since Marie likes flowers, in tutorial 5, upon which this part is based, she required only 1 flower, but now she required 3. And also we created a chest containing all of the roses, but nothing is ever that simple, so we can delete this chest and add a quick quest location for which we're going to add a few map links. The first one is a quick preset door, which is a door link to another place, and I changed the graphic for something a little more suitable. The destination is on the Deserton residential area, coordinates 24, 6. The next set of links is in the southern area of the residential district. Each one of these will lead to the Desert South map, and this is a simple preset, the door function linked to another place, with each one of these leading to the Desert South north side 18-0. And then I copied and pasted these all across, and they lead to the same area. For the Deserton South, on the north side, once again door link to the function, but each one of these leads to the southern end of the residential district, and once more they're copied and pasted across. And on the left hand side, yet another door function linked to another place. This time these go to the Stonehenge map I created, the coordinates 2913. For the Stonehenge itself, from the east side, once again door to another function. Might as well use some of the presets and then just add to them if you don't need to. They go to the Desert South on the western side. Now this isn't ideal, the locations of all of these map links, because the locations themselves are completely misaligned. I generally like to keep this in line with the positions on the maps. And if you notice that on the Desert South, the northern end was slightly smaller than the southern end of the residential district. But this is just to quicken this process for the tutorial, as before we can tweak it all a bit later. Now since we're on this map, this is where the flowers are. These are just objects placed like so on the map. The reason they're just objects and not events is because we're going to add a new event on top of the flowers using the 3D particle to indicate the flowers' locations. When you change the graphic, this will be under the 3D particle And then for this I've just used this effect 21 with a glow C. So on sheet 1 we will uncheck collide with player. We will add a condition where the rose is less than or equals to 3 in the events panel. We'll add a simple display message, you found a rare orchid rose. Add 1 to the rose, add 1 rose to the inventory, and then we're going to turn a local switch on. Then on sheet 2, local switch is set to on, graphics set to nothing, and the event sheet is left blank. This way, when a rose has been collected, the particle effect for that flower will disappear. We'll also add sheet 3 as well. This contains the condition where if the rose is equals to 3 in the inventory and the trigger is set to auto start, synchronize and repeat, what this will do is when all 3 flowers have collected, every single particle effect above the flowers will also disappear, and that means that you can't collect any more. This can then be pasted on top of all of the flowers on the map. A quick note: as a general rule, SGB will go through each tab in order until conditions are true, with the auto start, synchronize and repeated taking priority, and these other automatically start ones will also take priority because they're constantly running in the background until the conditions are true. So that's something to bear in mind in case an event isn't working as it should. Now if you want to make things more difficult, you can place the flowers and their particle events on top on different maps, so the player will really have to search for them. It should work in the same way as it does on this map, without the need for any additional tweaking or anything like that. Incidentally, the models I've used here are from my Henge pack, which is available on the Gnome Treasure Store and itch.io, along with its snow add-on pack that adds a layer of snow on top, so you can have like a wintry henge or something. And the trees, these trees here, are from Jackson Mayer's Infinity pack, which is also available on itch.io. Oh, and the dead tree, I believe there's another one somewhere, is my attempt at making a tree. I'll put the links in the description below. So now, if we playtest and go through the process, Marie will ask for the flowers, and since nothing is simple, we just can't access the chest, so we'll dutifully have to go out of the house to the southern area and then to the west to the Stonehenge. Oh, and I forgot to mention as well, this grasses here, they're also from Jackson Mayer's Infinity pack, and I believe some of them are animated. Anyway, there is the flower, and there are lots of flowers here with the sparkly bits on, so when you collect a flower, you collected a rare orchid rose. The sparkly bit will disappear from the flower, and then we can collect another one, and maybe another one. So that means you got all 3, and every particle effect will disappear as well. That's where the auto sync sheet on sheet 3 came in handy. Anyway, we should go back to Marie, give her the flowers, and she will join. This is where the fanfare plays. I've got the sound turned on, so Marie joins the party, and then we can once again have a look at her name being scrubbed out. And she's recruited officially in the party. So concludes another bite-sized tutorial in the Tutorials Extra series. In the next part, we're moving on to tutorial 6, starting with the next party member on the list, Ignaz. The videos in the series are pre-recorded, uploaded and scheduled for weekly release. To be notified of when these videos are uploaded, or even my regular tutorials, you can subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon as well. That's important if you want to be notified of when I upload. Except it seems to be broken, so just check my Twitter account. That's updated more often than not. And also my Facebook. You can donate through PayPal to help with my videos and other projects, and support me on Subscribestar to gain access to unique content and additional perks. And there have been plenty bloopers during the recording of this series, so for monthly Subscribestars I'll have some videos set up to display the bloopers. Some of them are actually quite funny, although they weren't at the time. You can also buy my assets on the Known Treasure store, NHIO. Here is a thank you list of everyone who has supported me so far. It's not complete by any means, because there are a lot of people I am eternally thankful for helping me out, to support, encourage me, for donations, for subscribing. All of the usual links are in the description below. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. Until the next time.